Do you really want to improve your English day by day? I know it feels difficult when you don't have much time. Don't worry. Today, we are going to give you the 10 best practical tips that you can use into your real life. No complicated grammar plans, no 5-hour study sessions. And if you stay until the end, we'll give you the one habit that makes all 10 tips work faster together. So if you want English to become part of your life, this episode is for you. Hello everyone, welcome back to EnglishLab Channel. I am so happy to be here with all of you today. Hi Chris, how are you today?
Hi, Michelle. I am doing great. I am very excited because today we have a very important topic.
Yes, we do. Today we are talking about how to improve your English with 10 practical tips for your daily life.
Exactly. Many students think they need to study for 5 hours every day, but that is not the best way.
I agree. Sometimes people feel frustrated because they don't see results quickly.
That is normal, but the secret is not studying more. The secret is living the language.
Perfect. So Chris, you are the expert today. Let's start with the first tip.
Okay, tip number 1. Change the language of your digital environment.
Wait, you mean my phone? My computer?
Yes, everything. Your phone, your social media accounts, and even your TV.
But Chris, that is very scary. What if I can't find my messages?
It happens at the beginning, but it is very effective. You see the same words every day.
Like settings or messages or search?
Exactly. You don't need to study those words. You see them and you learn them because you need to use your phone.
I see what you mean. It makes English a resident in my house, not just a guest.
That's a great way to say it. It's about necessity. If your phone is in English, you use English to survive.
Exactly. I tried it once with my tablet. It was hard for 2 days, but then it was easy.
See? You are already doing it. It's a simple change, but very powerful.
Okay, that's tip number 1. What is tip number 2?
Tip number 2, do your curiosity searches in English.
What do you mean by curiosity searches? Like searching for a recipe?
Exactly. If you want to know how to bake a chocolate cake, search for it in English.
But what if the recipe is too difficult to understand?
Don't worry. Use simple words. Your brain wants the answer, so it works harder to understand the text.
That makes sense. I searched for how to fix a chair in English last week.
Did you fix the chair?
I did, and I learned the word screwdriver and glue.
That is perfect. You learned those words because you were interested in the chair, not in a grammar book.
Exactly. My brain cares about the chair, so it remembers the words.
That is the magic of curiosity. Your brain prioritizes the information over the language.
I like that. It feels more natural than just reading a list of verbs.
It is, and there is so much more information in English on the internet.
That's true. You can find more videos and more articles.
Exactly. Now let's move to tip number 3, passive audio or background noise.
I have a question about this. Do I need to listen carefully to everything?
No, that is the best part. You can play a podcast or the radio while you do other things.
Like when I'm cleaning my room or washing the dishes?
Exactly. You are not studying. You are just training your ears.
I see. It's like when you listen to a song many times and then you know the melody.
Exactly. Your brain starts to recognize where a word starts and where it ends.
That sounds very helpful. Sometimes English sounds like one long word to me.
I know. Passive audio helps your brain separate the sounds naturally.
That's a great point. By the way, everyone, what do you like to listen to?
Yes, please tell us. Do you like stories or news or maybe science?
Leave a comment and tell us. We want to know your favorite topics for the future.
Definitely. We can make an episode about your favorite things.
Okay, tip number 4. read out loud for muscle memory.
This one is very important for your speaking skills
Why is reading out loud different from reading in my head?
because your mouth needs to move. English has sounds that are not in Spanish.
Like the R sound or the th sound?
Exactly. Those are like physical exercises for your face.
So if I read a story out loud, I'm practicing for a real conversation?
Yes, you are creating a motor memory. Your muscles remember how to make the sounds.
That's very interesting. It's like going to the gym, but for my mouth.
Exactly. If you only read in silence, your brain knows the word, but your mouth doesn't.
I have that problem sometimes. I know the word, but it doesn't come out right.
That is why you need to speak out loud, even if you are alone in your room.
I will try that today. I have a book about history that I can use.
Perfect. Just 5 minutes a day makes a big difference.
Only 5 minutes? I can do that.
Great. Now let's go to tip number 5. No Spanish subtitles.
Oh, Chris, this is the most difficult one for me.
I know it is hard, but subtitles in your language are a trap
A trap? Why?
because your brain is lazy. If it can read Spanish, it stops listening to the English audio.
That is true. I find myself reading the text and ignoring the actors' voices.
Exactly. When you remove the subtitles or change them to English, you force your brain to work.
But what if I miss something important in the movie?
It's okay. You don't need to understand 100%. You need to connect the sound to the meaning.
So I can start with a movie I already know, like a Disney movie?
That is a fantastic idea, Michelle. If you know the story, you don't feel lost.
Exactly. I know what happens in The Lion King, so I can focus on the English words.
That's the best way to start. It removes the bridge of translation.
I see what you mean. No more jumping from English to Spanish and back.
Exactly. You want a direct connection.
Okay, I will try it tonight, maybe with a short TV show.
Great. Now, tip number 6, the gratitude journal or micro-diary.
I love this idea. Is it about writing your feelings?
Yes, but very short. Just 2 or 3 sentences before you go to sleep.
Can I write about what I ate or what I did at work?
Of course, but use English. It activates the part of your brain that produces language.
It's like a daily exercise for my writing.
Yes, and because it is about your life, you remember the words better.
That makes sense. I remember the word coffee because I love coffee.
Exactly. If you write, I had a delicious coffee today, you will never forget those words.
And it only takes 2 minutes.
Precisely. It's about consistency, not about writing a long novel.
I agree. A small diary is easy to keep every day.
Now, tip number 7 is very famous, the shadowing technique.
I have heard of this. Is it like being a shadow?
Yes, you listen to a native speaker and you repeat exactly what they say at the same time.
At the same time? That sounds very fast, Chris.
It is, but you are not just repeating words, you are repeating the emotion and the speed.
So if the speaker sounds angry, I should sound angry too?
Yes, you are acting. This helps you stop sounding like a robot.
Wait, really? Does it help with my accent too?
Absolutely. You start to copy the natural melody of the English language.
I see what you mean. Sometimes I speak English with a very flat voice.
Shadowing helps you find the music of the words. It's very fun to do with podcasts.
I'm going to try it with this podcast later.
That's a great idea. Practice with us.
Okay, tip number 8. Self-criticism using voice recordings.
This is a bit scary for some people because they hate their own voice.
I hate my voice on recordings. It sounds so different.
Everyone feels the same, but your phone is a great teacher.
How do I use it? Do I just talk to my phone?
Record a short message, then listen to a native speaker saying the same thing.
And then I compare the 2 recordings?
Exactly. Your brain is great at finding differences. You will think, oh, I said that word differently.
So I can fix my own mistakes?
Yes, you become your own coach. It's very fast and you don't need a classroom.
I like that. It's like looking in a mirror for my voice.
Perfect analogy. It helps you see the things you need to change.
Now we are at tip number 9, the 15-minute consistency rule.
This is the most scientific tip of the day.
Why only 15 minutes? Isn't 1 hour better?
In theory, yes, but in reality, frequency is more important than intensity.
So 15 minutes every day is better than 3 hours on Saturday?
Much better. Your brain needs constant reminders that English is important.
I see. If I only study once a week, my brain deletes the information.
Exactly. But if you give your brain English every single day, it stays in your long-term memory.
That is great news for busy people. Everyone has 15 minutes.
Exactly. You can do it while you wait for the bus or during your lunch break.
No more excuses about not having time.
Exactly. No excuses. Now, let's go to the final one. Tip number 10.
The most important one, Chris. What is it?
Tip number 10. Create a constant internal monologue.
You mean talking to myself in my head?
Yes. Instead of thinking in Spanish, try to narrate your life in English.
Like, I am going to the kitchen now, or I am tired.
Exactly. When you do this, you stop translating. You think directly in English.
That sounds like the final level of English.
It is. It eliminates the internal translator that makes us speak slowly.
I do that sometimes when I'm choosing what to wear. I like this blue shirt.
That is perfect. Keep doing that. It makes English part of your thoughts.
And because it's in my head, nobody can hear me if I make a mistake.
Exactly. It's a very safe place to practice.
Wow, Chris, these 10 tips are amazing and very practical.
I'm glad you like them, Michelle. But remember, the most important part is to start today.
You're right. And speaking of starting, we have our special video.
Oh, yes. Before we talk about the plan, we have a video about how to stop translating in your head.
It is a very popular video on our channel. It will appear at the end of this episode.
It connects perfectly with tip number 10. You should check it out.
Definitely. Now, Chris, are you ready to explain the 1-week plan?
I am ready. Listen carefully, everyone. This is how you can use these tips starting tomorrow.
Okay, tell us about the morning routine.
Every morning during breakfast, do your curiosity search. Search for one thing you want to know.
And maybe the internal monologue, too.
Yes, narrate your morning routine while you get dressed. I am putting on my shoes.
Perfect. And what about the afternoon?
Use your commute or your exercise time for passive audio. Listen to English music or a podcast.
And the shadowing technique?
Try to repeat just 3 or 4 sentences that you hear. Only 1 minute.
That is very easy. And what do we do at night?
Before bed, watch 10 minutes of a video without Spanish subtitles.
And then the journal.
Yes, write 2 sentences about your day in your gratitude journal.
And the final thought before sleeping?
Think one happy thing about your day in English.
I love that. It's a very positive way to end the day.
If you follow this plan for 1 week, you will feel much more comfortable with the language.
I agree. It's about making English a natural part of your life.
Exactly. It's not a chore, it's a lifestyle.
Thank you so much for all this information, Chris. I feel very motivated.
I'm happy to hear that, Michelle. I hope our listeners feel the same.
I'm sure they do. Remember to leave your comments and subscribe to EnglishLab Channel.
Yes, we love reading your stories and your progress.
Well, that's all for today. Thank you for listening to us.
Goodbye, everyone. See you in the next episode.
Bye-bye. Keep practicing.